In September of 1956, Elvis returned home to Tupelo, Mississippi to play for a packed house at the State Fair. Years earlier, he couldn't afford the price of a ticket to get into the annual fair. But that didn't keep him from trying. Joe Savory, whose father was the fair's manager, remembers how he and Elvis tried to sneak in.
I could have gotten in, but Elvis was downtown. It was Saturday, and I saw Elvis downtown, basically where Tupelo Hardware is today. There was an intersection at Lyle's Feed Store, and they had a Cockrell banana company. And Elvis, I remember, had some bananas, and it was right down behind Cockrell Banana Company was the fairgrounds, and they had this big fence around it. And Elvis wanted to go in, and I could get in because my dad, but I didn't know if I could get Elvis in. But I told Elvis I knew behind the old woman's building down there, the exhibit hall and the armory, there was a hole on that fence, and I knew how to get in there. Elvis said he wanted to get in the fairground, and I told him I didn't think there was any problem back then, And of course, kids back then would rather slip in, break in, or go swim, do anything, if it was wrong. Yeah, that was just part of it. But anyway, so we went down behind the old Leaking Good lumber yard, and I knew where the hole in the fence because my dad, and I stayed down with my dad all the time. So we were slipping under that fence, and there wasn't anybody. And there's a man named Mr. Parham, huge fellow. I just remember him, Mr. Parham, and he was the security or marshal at the fairgrounds over, and he grabbed us and took us and threw us. He didn't know who I was, but he threw us out of the front, and that's the last time I ever tried to get in there with Elvis Presley. But when next time he came in, of course, they tore the gate down and let him in '56, but that I went with him. But anyway, that was the day that we tried to slip in and got caught by Mr. Parham.